It's. I mean, I love it being there as well. It's pretty convenient.
Damn, I gotta fucking make some noise. That drums.
I mean, it might be too much noise for the mic right now, but it'd probably just sound like a clash of static or something.
We'll save it for another day. The Lou and Chain Chimps jam session.
There you go.
All right. Hot.
Who else? I saw somebody else plays drums. There was like the guy from Nifty BC. Like I was looking at his YouTube channel. He just has like drum cover videos on there. It's like, oh, that's cool. Like checking him out jamming during the pandemic in his garage.
I mean, it seems like something a lot of people have been doing, man. It's one of those things. Great time to do it.
I can hear Paul off camera right now.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Paul.
Hold on. I'll mute myself here for a second.
Neon 2D artist that doesn't show his face but shows his voice.
I mean, he was on I Can See Your Voice.
Yeah. He also definitely showed his face to his stream. I was joking, but. So how are things in the Chain Champs world?
I think they're pretty great. I mean, I feel like we've come a long way since the last time we were on Neon Space as well. So,
Yeah, I think so too. It's been a hot minute. Shoot, how long ago was that? Must have been months ago.
yeah, I want to say like if I had to guess, I'd say 5, maybe 6 months, honestly. But
Oh,
that's
damn, yeah.
That's a total guess.
I feel like it was a couple weeks ago, but that's just because stuff moves so fast in the crypto space. It's like, yeah, we were just talking about it.
Well, did you mint a chimp today?
Not yet. I was gonna do one on stream. I have my wax loaded up.
I got mine. I minted mine at 11. So I'm assuming the rarity scores out of 100.
No, it's not. It's just the higher the better. There's no cap.
So it's like a sum. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is my guy.
What was your rarity score?
58.75. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, I actually don't have a reference for that either, but he looks pretty chill.
Looks very comfortable, very comfortable. I like it. I mean, people were showing them off in our I like this one a lot, the one that DNA got with the glasses. That one's a nice one.
Oh, nice.
A 69 in the mint, which is always good.
See, yeah, this is the one I was jealous of. I'm the KY, dude.
Oh yeah,
I'm loving like the glass brain there.
Yeah, the exposed brain is definitely my favorite trait of the
Yeah, and like a little Ninja Turtle mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's almost Mojo Jojo.
I was pretty.
It's true.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm pretty jealous of that one. I might mint a second one, chase some of the attributes.
Damn.
But yeah, I like that you had the Shifty Bears do the artwork. I knew it kind of felt familiar. That makes sense now.
Yeah, he did them a while back. We've been sitting on these PFPs for a surprisingly long time now. But
oh man, I want the headband. So the headband's a nice look. Oh, that's funny.
There's some like super secret, not super secret, but super rare traits out there too, like a lab
so you
coat.
won't see until someone mints it, huh?
No, they're in the pool, but like there's just like they're really rare. So like there's I think 10 with a lab coat out there right now. And there's a couple with a rainbow background instead of like the flat color.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chase pulls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll have to see what you meant live, Lewis. Maybe get that neon background or rainbow background.
Yeah. There have been a couple of them pulled so far, but there's definitely a good number of rainbows left at this point.
Oh shit! I gotta get my coffee.
Yeah, it's early.
I actually won one on a Burst of Energy stream.
Right. I forgot about that.
It's pretty dope.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Which one did? Oh, that one. Yeah, with the green hat. He's also chilling like Marx.
But it's still dope.
What's the rarity score on this one to compare to 58?
This one's 52.
Got him.
Okay. Nice. Crushed.
And I like that it's Took.
Okay.
Of course it is. So
We're
what
learning.
else? What
It's
else
gotta
would it be?
That's funny.
There's a lot of, what do they call it in England? It's like a woolly cap or something.
Yeah, woolly cap. At least that's what John and Richie were calling it.
And then we call them beanies here. So there's
And
a
the
lot
Canadians
of
call them toques.
I mean, I'd say all Canadians call them Tukes, but yeah.
Yeah.
here.
Oh, here, this one's got the rainbow background and the fucking exposed brain one. That's a
Yeah.
hardcore chase one.
I think
Does
we
somebody
chose the
already own it?
rarest one. No one knows that one, I don't think yet. But
No
we
one
chose
owns it
like
yet?
the rarest one as the picture, I think. So,
Yeah, the rainbow background's nice. Nice touch.
Nice.
the guy that runs Poppin Stock pulled like a super rare one. He has like a 150 rarity with a rainbow background and an exposed head. So
Oh, damn.
not that one. That one's still slightly rare, but he has one of the super. One of my favorites, honestly.
Well,
So
I
did you-
appreciate the min structure. A 1,000 is a good number rather than a 10,000. I think that is a realistic expectation on wax.
Yeah.
How did you just manually calculate all the rarities and then put them in the attributes beforehand?
No, it's part of the PFP maker. It does it for you.
Oh.
There's an include rarity button if you want to use like our rarity algorithm for it. Then you can just press a button and boom.
I definitely appreciate that because there's some projects that came out before there was like rarity scores and you're just like, I don't know if this is good or not when you got it. And then like some people make third-party tools, but just having it built in is definitely like very nice. Then you can have it as like a category in the marketplace as well, right? You can like
You can
filter
sort by rarity.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you can sort by rarity on any of the other marketplaces for them right now, but we plan on adding the ability to sort any PFP project that's been added by rarity. So like if you have another PFP project, you'd register it as like a PFP project on Chain Chimps. We can retroactively like attach the rarity to it. We can do that for you. Obviously, we can't change the immutable data, but like on our servers, we can attach a rarity value to any PFP and you sort any project by rarity, really.
That's definitely nice because like even on like OpenSea, you can't really sort by rarity a lot. A lot of times you have to like, well, a lot of times it's not built into the attributes. You have to go like check on a third-party tool and then try to find that one on OpenSea. And it's like, I don't know, it's not super like straightforward for unless you really know what you're doing. You're not going to find that. So like sometimes if you have a really high rarity one, you can't even like get people to look for it in the correct way unless they really like are digging behind the scenes. So I think it'll definitely help like if you pull a rare one so people can appreciate the value of it on the marketplace.
For sure, and that's one of the things we definitely want to go for on this. I like the idea of sort of like just making it easier for PFPs in general on Wax because they're a pain to search for sometimes.
Yeah, especially when they have like each their own template and everything.
Yep. Oh, I mean, yeah, that's something else altogether. But
Yeah.
our backend should be able to handle that and sort of stick them all together for you too, as long as they're in like the same schema. If you've made like a new schema or something ridiculous for everyone, then you should learn a little bit more about Wax before you mint things. But yeah, it's not going to work for that.
Nice.
I don't know. That seems like it'd be more work than anything else. I don't know why someone would do that.
No, I don't know either. I just figure
learn.
someone could if they
Yeah.
really wanted to.
Yeah, if they do that, they just need to learn to wax because
Exactly.
that's not how you do it.
Nice. Let's see. Ooh. You gonna I think I'm gonna pick one up too, and I'll mint it here in a second as well. I gotta source some wax. Let me grab my wax wallet.
And so these are generative, right?
These
isn't
are all pre-minted.
Pre-minted, okay.
Yeah.
But they were generative before the pre-mint, right? That's how
They
it
were
works.
generative before the pre-mint. So we used the PFP maker to make them all, which just takes all the odds that you want to set up for it. You set how many you want to create, and then then it just rolls with it. So there's obviously like lots of potential chimps that never made it into existence that could have existed. These are the ones that made it.
Did you like hand select the ones that you thought looked the coolest?
Nope. We did absolutely. We just ran it through the numbers, ran it through the generator, let the random number generator decide, and went with what was there.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Though, if you want to make your own, can you generate like 10K that manually select your favorite 100, or I mean 1,000.
Yeah, we've like experimented with that idea. It's not a feature yet, but it's something that I kind of wanted to do. Maybe like version 2 or version 3 of the PFP maker, but it's not a thing yet. There was something I really wanted to do for this drop that we didn't quite get the opportunity to do. There's a feature we introduced with the PFP maker where you can like hide specific traits so that they're not on the immutable data when you mint them. And I wanted to just make it so that like one random chimp out of the 1,000 was like a GIF instead of a regular like PNG, and that on maybe like a 30-second cycle he'd like wink at you or something. And it would be a completely hidden trait, so somebody would just like one day be looking at their wall and be like, did my chimp just wink at me? But we didn't quite get there, so wait for the next round of chimps or PFPs that we make, and maybe there'll be a winking chip in there somewhere.
That's hilarious. I would love that. I feel like, yeah, especially if it was like a long enough loop, like 30 seconds is like just long enough for me to lose focus when I'm trying to like watch again.
Exactly.
I'd be like, nah,
Exactly.
it didn't. I'm tired.
If you're looking for the drop, it's on the front page. I have the website on the banner at the bottom, but just click that and it pops up. That's actually a question we had about, like, because we want to do a profile picture thing, but for our project, like, part of the neon thing is that there's a flicker and it's animated, so we can't really just do a static image. And I think it's not currently supported to do like any sort of video, right, or GIFs.
It's not supported right now, but it will be within. It will be very soon. It's like the #1 next feature that we're adding in because we want to do it too.
Love it. Telling us what we want to hear.
That's definitely sort of what we've been waiting for, because we're like, yeah, like we don't want to just put out like static neon images, because then it kind of loses like the neon charm, because the neon charm is the change of the lighting and stuff. So we've sort of been waiting on that, but definitely a fan of the creator. And like, I think Shifty Bears was the first one, right? I bought that drop when it happened.
Yeah.
Is this the second one, or have there been any before Shifty Bears in this one? That I know it says more projects are created, but that were like dropped through your marketplace.
Yeah, so there have definitely been 141 projects created at this point, but only Shifty Bears and Chain Chimps that dropped through Chain Chimps. And that's largely because you can't set up your drops with Chain Chimps right now. We're going to be releasing our drop features, our drop creation tools within the next month. They're mostly done. We tested them out. We used them internally to set up this drop, so we know everything is sort of working right now. We're just finalizing what the actual user interface is going to look like, because what I used was something I designed. I don't want anybody else to have to suffer through that like I did.
That's like what Max says when he showed off his workflow for like Neon Cities. Like, this is not a project I'd ever hand off to anybody else. So this is just a jumbled mess of unnamed stuff. But
Yeah, I know what's going on, but nobody else would. Or
Yes.
I guess they could figure it out, but yeah, I wouldn't want to do that to them. That's hours of work.
Yeah. But with those tools, we have like a bunch of other interesting things that we're hoping, things that we hope are interesting, I should say. I think they're interesting, and I hope other people do too. But from like a creator perspective, obviously we sort of have an interesting design. I like the design of our drop a lot more than things that I see on Atomic Hub or NFT blocks. Personal opinion. Obviously, I'm biased. But we're going to be releasing like different templates. So as a creator, you can sort of set up a template for your drop, so that if you want your multiple pictures or a different picture or in a different spot, you can have a variety of templates to sort of set up your drop the way you want. If you want custom backgrounds, you can do custom backgrounds. I think Shifty Bears had a custom background initially when that drop went live, but we want your drop page to be your drop page rather than the drop page that everyone else has, with perhaps slightly different colors in the banner.
I do like how you have like the meter here to show how much is sold out, and it's also just a lot of clean information. And there's like the about and white paper. Would that also be customizable for each person that drops?
Yeah, and if you click on the white paper, it'll show you the white paper right now. Well, or you could just go to the tab that you have the white paper open in already. But so you'll be able to, like, if you want to include the white paper in your drop, there's going to be a field that you can use to enter the white paper in. There's going to be a field that you can like include information about your team if you want to do that. And I feel like for a lot of people that might be important when you're hopping into a new drop, so that you don't have to necessarily go to a bunch of different websites to find the history of a project, to find specifically what you're buying. And we hope that helps with people in drops. But again, we don't know. We're just adding new things that we think are interesting, that we think will that people will use.
Yeah,
I definitely think that's important, because if I find a new drop on Nifty and it's just like no information about it, I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, so putting available categories for more information is definitely nice.
Yeah, it's kind of less work you got to do to kind of like find their website, then sift through that. It just kind of simplifies the workflow a lot.
Plus, the more people that actually use it, then the more like it becomes a standard that there is that amount of transparency for a drop that people actually participate in. Because I feel like that's a great thing, like adding that like layer of transparency to the consumer, making it all available in like one spot. That's great. Having like your own drop page, that's a good idea.
There's also a lot of info. Like for us, like our drops go into blends and stuff, so it's like hard to figure out a way to get that information, and also not just have it be like one huge wall of text of like this is how our collection works. So having like even just the thing where you have like the about and the white paper, if we had one that was like for blends and stuff that like quickly showed you how that works, that would be cool.
Yeah, for sure. And we can change the text as well. Like if you don't want to necessarily call it white paper, if you want to call it like blend information or something like that, then that's good too.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm still sourcing some wax here so I can get
they do that. I was doing that today too, selling a bunch of R Planet rigs, using the R Planet rigs to buy a Chain Chimp, and I would much rather have the Chain Chimp than the R Planet rigs.
Nice.
So I guess that's actually a decent transition into maybe we'll look at the white paper, because they are kind of like magnets for a token drop, right? So you could almost call them a rig of sort.
Yeah, and I think a few people actually have at this point, which is just interesting, and I don't want to distance ourselves from that, but
I've been telling people like it's kind of a nice bonus utility, but I honestly think it's just nice to support you guys because you created such an awesome marketplace, and like the live feature is faster than any other marketplace, and you built that without asking for a bunch of money. So like this is really the first way I know to support you guys besides just using the marketplace directly. So I think that's like a big reason to buy it, that and liking the art and the generative stuff. But like any of the utility is just an added bonus in my eyes.
And we definitely appreciate that. I don't think we've asked anyone for money for anything really at this point, for everything that we've developed, with the exception of the PFP maker, which was funded through Wax Labs. But
it's nice to see Wax Labs approve a proposal.
I know, right?
There was quite the run there where it wouldn't even go to a vote. They would just veto it. So it looks like they've been funding some good stuff. Any observation too had some good stuff.
His like educational academy got funded. I mean, I learned how to use an Anchor wallet through his tutorials and stuff. So his tutorials definitely help people that are new to Wax. So it's nice that they're approving some of the projects that are helping onboard and like make creators have more utility.
For sure. And I think Pop and Stock just got approved for a tracking tool for collections and stuff like that as well. So
he has that great Funko Rarity or not Funko Rarity, like Funko set tracker. So you can like see how many people have completed a royalty set in each one. And then also it has like a thing where like you can type in your wallet and it tells you what you're missing and then also the cost of that in like wax and US dollars. So you can be like, okay, I need to pay this much more to complete a rarity set, which that's definitely nice. And like Funko is onboarding more people than probably any other project for collectibles for Wax. So like having tools for that, I do think is important for the network.
For sure.
There we go. Get me, man.
Oh, is it time?
No, I'm still moving wax around. I think Lewis is gonna mint one first, and he's already ready to go.
I'm gonna go over the white paper first, but I'll mint one in a minute.
I'm still sourcing over here.
So I guess I'll just read some of this. It says Chain Chimps marks the first NFT collection released by Chain Champs. Our philosophy has always been make tools you'd want to use, and that's exactly what we've done. Created and minted with our own profile picture maker, Chain Champs will be one of many collections released over the course of the next year. Or Chain Chimps, not Champs. As the first collection, Chain Chimps will represent a special membership to Chain Champs. That means exclusive benefits, early access to new features, and a whole lot of other things. Community has always been important to us, and we want to make sure to reward our earliest members for supporting Chain Champs. And no, it says, actually didn't even read this part. You get very important chimp status. That's funny. You guys see, baby.
It's important.
Very important.
Is that going to be like are you going to have like a honeycomb channel in your chat?
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
And then the big like first utility announcement is that holders of Chain Chimps will receive regular airdrops of tokens. These tokens can be used to access paid Chain Champs features. There are 2 awesome features coming shortly after the release of Chain Champs. And then it says, to be very clear, our intention is not to build a complex tokenomic system. The only purpose of these tokens will ever serve is to be used as credit for Chain Champ services. There's no intention to provide any monetary value to the secondary market transactions for these tokens. And it says the actual distribution amounts and schedule will be released closer to the drops of Chain Chimps. Similarly, the token name is still undecided. I think Chimp Change is my
It actually
favorite.
has been decided. I thought we had updated that, but it's Chimp Change. We went with Chimp Change.
that's great.
Yeah, it is refreshing to see, an NFT has a lot of creator tools, and this is kind of an implementation of, buyers tools and collectors tools, which I think is a refreshing new thing,
It might also be used for creator tools in the future too. So if creators need the tokens, the Chimp Change to do their stuff, you can sell it to them on Alcor, and that would be a way.
That was through my thought process what I was minting. This will be good for me and for Neon Space, probably.
Yeah, no, what I'll say is, I'll just say it straight up right now. We have no plan to ever gate any collector creation features behind anything. If we release any collection creation tools, etc., they'll always 100% be free to use to set up. You won't have to deposit Chimp Change or anything like that. What we have played with is the idea of offering sort of like premium features. So if you wanted to have like a crazy like template design for your drop page with flashing neon lights or something, that might cost some Chimp Change to set up. But we're not going to gate any features, be like drops or packs or pre-minting.
What about like a banner ad? Like you can spend Chimp Change to purchase a banner ad to advertise your drop.
We've thought about that, but I don't really see that being in the cards right now. Ask me again in a couple of months, and maybe our opinion on it will have changed. But we don't really want to. We want the Chimp Change to be associated with buying services and features on Chain Champs and nothing else.
So would banner ads be paid for normally, or would they be free, or how would banner ads work then?
Yeah, so right now banner ads, we don't really run that many banner ads. We're exploring the use of ad space on Chain Champs in general in a sort of like non-disruptive way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, right now it's just sort of a normal like paid for in wax kind of thing. Right now I think we support ads on. Sorry,
the Shifty Bears drop. I think you just advertised through your front page anyway, though, right? That was that a paid banner ad, or was that just like part of launching through you wanted?
That was just part of launching through. We just wanted to launch through. Yeah, that was not like a normal thing. It was just this is the first time somebody's used our generator, and we're kind of really excited about it. It's sort of thing, But right now for ad space, like we do ads on, we have like sort of the ad space that we're using for the Chain Chimps, which is the sort of square at the top of the homepage. And the space that I am the most interested in, that I think is the coolest thing, is the advertisement through like the pack simulator, for example. So like we have banners on the pack simulator, which is one of the most trafficked areas of Chain Champs in general. I think there's more people that use the simulator, it seems, than there are people that buy things, which is totally cool. That's what it's there for. But in terms of traffic, that's like a very heavily trafficked page. And what's interesting about the advertisement space there is that you can tie it directly to upcoming drops. So if you have like a pack contract deployed, you can use like that advertisement space, or you can advertise and link it back to the pack simulator and like get people opening packs before they can open packs, if you know what I mean. Because you can set up your packs to be opened before they are actually openable, which we think is interesting.
Brutal RNG.
Yeah, well, it can drive people to your sale, or it can drive them away if your odds are really bad. But if you've set your drop up in like a sane way, or you've set your packs up in a sane way, then we find that it actually really helps to encourage purchases of a drop versus not letting people try it out beforehand, you know?
Yeah. Damn.
Actually, haven't looked at these pony packs yet. Kind of fun to.
Chain Chimps marketplace in general just has a lot of cool like tools for cruising. I really like the live feature. That's like so cool. When they have the live market, or the like the bot that tells you if it's a good deal or not. Like, I love that. The deals section.
If you're unaware, because we were kind of just going over the profile picture stuff, but Chain Chimps is a marketplace. They have a live feature that updates faster than FD Blocks or Atomic Hub. So if you're on drop day or looking at a really fast-moving market, you can scoop deals before people even see it listed on the other marketplaces. There's other tools that I think are great, like the
deals
bar. Yeah, the deals in the liquidity bar is great because then you can see like this is low liquidity. That means not many people are buying this. This is a full drop, so that means it's high, which means lots of people are. So like if you are trying to play the markets, you can see quickly how much of them are moving. You don't have to go like search through the sale history and timestamp everything, which I mean you can do as well, but this at least like gives you a quick overview, and it's like, I don't know, it's a nice buyer tool. This is a marketplace made by someone who is buying stuff on Wax. It knows what people want to see on Wax. So I think that's pretty important. Whereas like, I don't know, Nifty Blocks kind of came at their marketplace from a creator standpoint, and they're definitely sort of figuring stuff out from the collector standpoint, from feedback from collectors. But cutting the middleman out and having a collector make the marketplace directly, I think has a lot of tools that Atomic Hub and Nifty don't have.
Yeah, it's definitely a really nice marketplace experience.
Yeah, and it looks a lot better since the last time we were on Neon Space as well. I thought
definitely.
I think it's a lot cleaner.
Yeah, like
Wait, can you remind me? So, like, what's your background, like, professionally before you got into the idea of doing Chain Chimps?
Yeah, I mean, I worked in internet security for like 5 or 6 or 7 years at this point. So, working with like VPNs and all sorts of different things in that space. Worked for password managers to just get all of their numbers and stats in cryptography correct, and make sure everything was secure and not horrifically programmed. So the progression of getting into cryptocurrency and NFTs seemed relative. Somebody just bought a number 4 My Little Pony pack not on Chain Chimps. Somebody missed the deal because they weren't looking for it on Chain Chimps. It was priced for the same price as like all of the other packs, and somebody just got them in number 4. If you were looking at the deals page on Chain Chimps, you could have got a sick deal.
Yeah, the deals page is.
You're seeing it live right here.
You're seeing it live.
The other thing is like just the color coding of like orange, green, or red. Like I can quickly see, oh, this is overpriced because it's red, and then green means it's under the estimated value. So like, I don't know, just those little things are so nice for looking through the marketplace with visual aids.
Yeah, that is kind of smart. In one little snapshot, you can see just in one glance liquidity, whether or not it's a deal, the speed of when it's being or how long ago it was listed, and all those things all in one little quick fell swoop. I think if you're trying to get sweaty on the market, it definitely is designed for collectors.
Yeah, we figured it was like super important to make it visually quick, I guess, with the colorization, especially with the live feed on like Funko drop days, the feed goes so fast, and you just need something there to help you out.
It's like just flying by. I seen that. It's hard to get, but when you get one, it's just like it's fun. It feels like catching like a fly with your bare hand. She's like, "Shah!" As the live feed of Funko Drops goes by, you're just like, "Shah!"
Like
you'll
Mr.
see-
Miyagi with chopsticks.
Try and
Exactly.
snatch it.
And
You can
that's
also
another
have
fun
multiple
thing.
collections.
Exactly, that's what I was
It's
going to say.
super
You
fun,
beat me
yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
So now I'm
When you-
looking at Music Mogul and Funko, the live listing. So if you're like, you could even track all the Funko collections at once and look for all the deals. But
People do.
Yeah.
People do that with like a mint count at like 20 or something, and they just have all the Funkos up all day long. waiting
Oh,
for
so you
somebody
can
to
filter
list
the
it.
live feed. Interesting.
Yeah.
Can you filter
Music
the
Mogul
deals the
popped
same
up.
way, where I can just
You can-
filter deals on specific collections?
You can, but you're going to wind up with like a dead feed the vast majority of the time. But you
Hmm.
totally can.
Yeah, you know,
Like
we're
the
actually mirroring. We really liked your idea where you did that like experiment of to go from like what was it like 10 wax to 10,000 or whatever, or like $10 to $1,000 just trading
Yeah.
NFTs. So Max is doing something similar now where he's trying to take 10 wax and see how he can build it, not trading NFTs, but doing like DeFi strategies or more like, you know, token economy strategies. But we thought that was like really cool. So we'll keep you posted on when he gets to $1,000.
I look forward to it.
slow grind.
So
I think-
Kinyo has a question here. He
Yeah.
said, "Are you keeping the sale up for chimps until they sell out?"
Yep.
I think that's what it says. Yeah.
Yeah,
on
that's the plan. It does say it on like the page as well. It drops when it ends when
Yeah,
it's
drop
sold
ends
out.
when it's sold out, yeah.
But the intention is that it's supposed to be a membership to Chain Champs. If the sale stays open for a month and people that discover Chain Champs get a chance to buy membership too, when they discover it, I think that's great. We didn't plan on selling out initially.
Yeah. I feel like that's the
Yeah.
perfect way to do it too. Like there's no reason for it to have to sell out in a matter of seconds. Like people who show up, even if it's open for a long time, people who show up way later can then still participate. It's not a
I think
negative.
the purpose is also to get members to Chain Champs and not just to like hype the aftermarket value of the NFT itself. Like allow more people to become like Chain Champs members. So that's sort of the point of it. It is also art and a profile picture, but like the membership is sort of like the purpose of all that, I think.
Well, speaking of the white paper stuff, I think at the beginning, I am the KY asked, what was so there's the auto buy feature, there's the auto sell feature, that are kind of the two big points of tools that you would get as a member or as an owner of a Chain Chimp. Was there, I think there's a loose timeline here, this projected timeline.
There's a loose timeline, yeah.
Is that accurate? Like the first tool you would put out would be the auto buy by the end of this month?
Yeah, I don't currently see any issues with deploying that and getting that out there by the end of the month. I think we were talking about it on Burst stream yesterday as well, that it has been tested at this point. We've bought a variety of things with it. So it's just a matter of sort of putting a user interface to it and making sure that all of the contracts are like fully tested. But the bare bones version of it currently works. So I don't see any issues with it sort of rolling out by the end of July.
Oh, that's
It also says the tokens will start to be released when the functions are released. That makes sense. Like you're not just dropping people tokens, and then if you have to delay the release of the function, then people have
Then
a
we'd
bunch
have
of
a flood of tokens. Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. I feel like we've talked about this a million times. I feel like it's so obvious where these pitfalls happen, and yet projects still keep really giving you a billion fun coins that do nothing and then tank their market.
Yeah,
Also,
absolutely. And when you
didn't really-
have it, sorry.
I was going to say we didn't really explain the auto buy. We should probably go over that for not just when
Yeah.
it's released, but what that means. But I mean, the way I see it, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's basically like Picklebot. It's like people make limit orders for buys on specific templates, and it's like if the template falls below this price, I put the wax up and I'll automatically buy it. And before, that's only really been available to people who understand coding and how to make bots and stuff. But you're sort of like even the playing field so collectors can have a shot at like setting their limit orders. But it's not going to be for like you can just do it for every template and every NFT. It's like you'll have to spend your tokens on specific templates to try to do it.
Yeah, so each token will be able to set up one rule, and each rule will have. You'll be able to select a template. You'll be able to select potentially a mint range for it as well. And you'll only be able to buy so many per rule, and you'll only be able to have it up for a certain length of time. The number per rule was largely created because we didn't want somebody setting up a buy offer for like farmers coins at like 0 cents and then completely bogging down the system by buying literally like 1,000,000 farmers coins at once or something ridiculous like that, since you could attack the system pretty easily. And I think it also makes it a significantly more fair system as well, where you can only get so much from each token. Obviously, the more creative you get with your rules, the more you'll potentially be able to benefit from them. But that's the general gist of how it's going to work.
I see. Would there be a way to see the open order book for what other people are placing bids on?
It'll all be on chain, the order book side of things. So you'll be, at the very least, you'll be able to look at it on blocks.
You can snoop.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you
There's
want
not
to
like
get
an
sweaty,
interface
because
that
it seemed like you'd have a bunch of overlapping rules if there's a certain template or a certain project that everyone's looking for, but it requires a certain level of active participation to renew those rules if you hit your buy limit or hit your time you timed out or whatever.
Yeah, we might have some interface, and this comes down to like what we're sort of still deciding on in terms of design. When you pick templates, there might be an interface that tells you whether or not there's already rules for that. And the thing is, people will be able to create the rules for the same template. So if you wanted to grab because I'm looking at it right now, if you wanted to grab a rarity epic My Little Pony, then you could set up a rule for that, and somebody might have one at like $10 or something like that. If somebody else wants to come along and says, you know what, I really want a rarity epic My Little Pony, they could set up a rule for $11, for example, and theirs would be filled first. There's going to be a minimum increase for your order to be filled first, so you can't just like increase it by like 0.01 wax or something like that. But the highest offer will effectively get to be filled first on the buy rules.
Okay. That sounds pretty fucking awesome, actually. Like, especially for non-technical users who want the edge of, being first to place their order when something gets sold. So,
is there broader rules where you could say, I want to buy, insert template here, insert rarity by like a certain percentage below current market price, or do you have to set like specific numbers in either in wax or in dollars or?
Right now, you don't have to do it in wax or dollars. We're going to look at creating other sort of interesting rule types as we roll the feature out, as we see people start using it. But when we launch it at the end of July, it's going to be USD and wax. And one thing that I actually think is kind of interesting as well is that it will accommodate the situation where, let's say that you want to pay 50 cents USD for like a common Funko or something like that. Some of the time, those more chase common Funkos can go up to like 70 cents, for example. But as the price of wax drops or the price of wax increases, that 50 cents USD that you listed might, as the price of wax drops, for example, people that have listed in wax, their listings might come into the range of your buy offer, so it will scoop those up for you as well as the price of wax changes, if that makes sense.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Here's an interesting comment. Is there an idea, or what are your thoughts on, these parameters for the max amount your rule could buy or the time limit? Would that change or be increased if you own more chimps or certain tiers of chimps?
They give you more tokens, and the tokens will make you buy orders. So if you have two chimps, you get 2 tokens, and you can do 2 buy orders. So it does sort of.
You just do multiple rules. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so it effectively works out like that. The more chimps you own, the more tokens you get, the more buy orders you can place, the longer they can be active for, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah.
Nice. That's really cool. And then
I like those tools because it evens the playing field a little bit. Instead of trying to beat the bots, you're just trying to give the common player the same botting ability, and so in that
And
way
it's-
it evens the playing field.
Yeah, it's
Hopefully.
absolutely a premium feature too.
Yeah.
So that makes sense to have a little like have it be like a bonus for something like for the tokens. That's cool.
Yeah,
I'm a big
and
fan of all this.
we want to be super clear as well that you're not always going to beat bots. By nature of how this works, it's not going to be the fastest implementation of buying something possible because it has to manage a bunch of pieces and run through our contract. But it gives you a chance to beat some of the bots. It definitely will, and we've seen that it can outspeed some bots. But if somebody has made like a dedicated bot for one specific item,
Oh yeah,
you're probably not going to beat that bot with this. You might if you get lucky, just because of how network transactions work on the blockchain. But 9 times out of 10, you're not going to beat the fastest bots with the system. What you're going to do is you're going to be able to set up a rule for something you want and not have to be constantly monitoring the market to effectively get it at the price you want if it comes up on the market.
Yeah, at the least it's a good quality of life improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is like more like setting a limit order than it is like a pickle bot, because it's not necessarily trying to grab, like if somebody fat fingers something, maybe you'll get it, but if somebody else set up a faster bot, it won't. But if like those bots aren't necessarily looking for like it going like $10 below what the listed prices are, like those bots are looking for mistakes more than they are like trying to buy something at a realistic price. So it sounds like that's more what you're aiming for, is letting people to buy stuff like, okay, if this drops to $10 and it's $20 right now, I'll buy it. But like if somebody sells it for 50 cents accidentally, then somebody else might scoop it with their pickle bot.
I know exactly what this tool is for. It's a cure for FOMO. If you FOMO'd in and you're like, fuck, I missed out on this, place your limit order at the price that you wanted it, and then you're good. Like if the price drops to that, great, you got it. You don't even have to worry because you already got it in. Like, but if you don't, like your FOMO's cured because you know the order is sitting there waiting, watching the market.
Yeah, that's well said.
Yeah,
I did see here that Chain Chimps will begin producing tokens when the auto buy is released, so that end of the month. Chain Chimp owners will be given 2 weeks worth of tokens when the auto buy is released, so you can immediately start utilizing and not have to wait for the accumulation period. So I like that a lot. You can kind of hit the ground running.
Is that the owner of the NFT or the minter of it that gets that drop? Is it the owner at the snapshot, or like if you buy on one wallet and move it into another wallet, for example, or
it would be the owner. It would be the owner when
at
the snapshot occurs. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
If you want to scoop some in the aftermarket, you can
Yes, if you get an aftermarket, you get it. Yeah.
Yep.
Is there how are the tokens distributed? Obviously, it's like an airdrop, but is it on like an interval where like weekly tokens are distributed?
It's on an interval, yeah. So this is one of those things that I'm sort of embarrassed to say because we haven't 100% identified whether or not it's going to be a weekly or a monthly thing. It'll be the same number of tokens per month, but we just haven't decided if we want to do it on a weekly schedule or a monthly schedule right now.
Okay.
Nice.
Another thing I don't think we quite went over was says when creating auto buy rules, users will be asked to deposit wax. The amount of wax they deposit is the fund for their auto buy rules. So if you run out of wax, then your auto buy will not complete. But you could potentially buy more than one. So if you're trying to buy like say 5 of something, you have to deposit the amount of wax to actually pay for those 5. But cool to know you kind of have a balance deposited, and then that balance can buy more than one if you're able to fund it for more than one.
Yeah, and it's especially important when putting in USD buy rules, like I sort of alluded to earlier, because the price of wax does change. So if you want to set up a rule for 5, you might want to deposit more wax than it will actually consume. You'll be able to withdraw that wax, obviously, as well later on, but it's not going to be locked up in there forever. You'll be able to withdraw your wax too. So if you might want to put in more, if the price of wax changes while your rule's been set up.
The system's honestly what I thought NFT Hive was going to do, because NFT Hive said they had like limit orders and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's sick. And then it's like, I tested it out, it just doesn't automatically buy the thing. It like, I think it sends like a buy request, but it doesn't. It's like, if that person doesn't check their friggin' notifications, they don't even know. So it's like, yeah, that's not what I thought it'd be. So this is definitely kind of like the next step into what I was
Yeah.
hoping they would do. So I'm glad you guys are doing it.
Yeah,
This is a
I'm
pretty
honestly not
advanced
sure
tool.
what they do. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything like this on other NFT marketplaces really either. Like on any blockchain I can think of where you can place a limit order for. Yeah, that's really cool.
Let's see. Kino has a question. He says, so if you have 5 of one NFT, you put 2 on the market for 5,000 wax, you put 1 for 4,999 wax, and 1 for 4,800 and 1 for 4,500 wax, and someone buys them at the top range, i.e. someone's alt account, would it try to sell an auto buy to the 4,500? Someone set that up on auto buy. I don't
Okay.
even know.
Trains are coming at
I'm
each
going
other
to
at 50
reread
miles
this
an hour.
question in chat right
Yeah.
now because I need to process this, parse this.
There are too many numbers there. While reading it, I'm just like, I don't know what that's.
I feel like
asking.
I'm immediately transported back to like 9th grade math class, and there's 2 trains
like-
coming at each other.
All right, well,
that a
let's
logic
try to
question?
answer this.
Yeah, that's it.
Put it on the market for 5,000 wax, and
I think the answer to that question is, Kino, it depends on the rule you set. If you set the rule that you want to buy it for 4,600 wax, it would not buy the 499 or the 48, but it would buy the 4,500. So it just depends on the rule you set. You're not necessarily saying buy the cheapest one in this category. It's if it passes the threshold that you set personally. I hope that answers your question, but
yes,
Let's
I
see,
believe that is
that it?
accurate. I think that's the accurate answer for the question, as I understand it.
yeah, it's not necessarily buying the lowest price out there. It's buying what you set the threshold as.
Yeah.
Lewis gets the banana sticker for answering this one correctly.
The next thing we should go over is the auto sell, because that's the next planned utility for the chimp change token. And let me just read what it says. Selling NFTs can be a little tedious sometimes. You might have hundreds of items you want to get rid of, but you don't have time to figure out what price you want to sell them at. Let us help you out. Set adaptive rules that can change with market conditions. Choose how quickly you want to sell something or how long you're willing to wait. We'll use those factors to price items for you. And optional buyout protection. If you list an NFT for sale and the price of it suddenly spikes, users can go on a buying spree to target lowest listed items. We'll try our best to pull your sale in these situations and reprice it when the market has stabilized. And it says we'll try. There are many factors that may prevent us from doing so.
Yeah,
It says
interesting.
want to instantly sell an item. There are active auto buy rules for an item. You'll be made aware of it. So I guess that sounds like if somebody's auto buy, you can literally just list for the price where the threshold is and sell it instantly. And it says our data scientist is working on recommendations for what items to sell based on current trends.
Oh, interesting.
So this feature stems from our data scientist who has been pitching this idea for honestly like 6 or 7 months now, and we always just say, no, not yet. So he finally gets his time to shine here on how the data works. But yeah, we like the idea of you just being able to say, you know what, I have all of these NFTs from this collection that I don't really care about anymore. And then you can sort of set up a couple of rules by mass transferring them to us, basically, and we'll sell them based on the rules that you've created. Similarly, if there's something that you have that you just opened from like a music mogul pack, let's say, for example, and you have no idea whether or not it's going to go up or down, and you sort of want to feel a little bit safer when you're selling it, if somebody just realizes, oh, the crafting system is broken and I'm going to scoop up all of the rares as fast as I possibly can, and you're not around to like monitor that situation all the time, you can set up rules to potentially have your item pulled from the market, basically, if people are rapidly scooping it up at the price that you've sort of generally put it at. That's the idea there. So when that buyout has happened, you can maybe price yours back at like, let's say like somebody's buying up all the rares at $6. It might pull yours if yours is at $6, so that when everything is settled, you might be selling it for $15 instead because the price has surged up, for example.
Damn, that's a pretty sophisticated like thing to offer.
And this is governed by a smart contract?
This part is not governed by a smart contract. The rules are governed by a smart contract. So there will be a node that's constantly monitoring and evaluating market conditions. And when it notices that something is happening, it will send a message to the smart contract to evaluate the rules. So and this is the same way that the buy feature works as well, is that we have a node that is constantly monitoring every single item as it's listed or purchased. So I'm going to use the buying example first because it's a little bit simpler. The way the logic works for a buy is that the server will at all times know what all the rules are by reading the chain. And if it finds something that fits a rule, it will send that sale ID and that rule ID basically to our smart contract, which will then validate that everything is correct based on the rule that's stored on the chain. So that way it sort of guarantees that everything lines up, and through that single transaction, it will buy it on your behalf and transfer it to your account on your behalf, basically, assuming that all the money is in your balance, etc. So it uses the blockchain to validate the rules at the time of purchase or at the time of cancellation, basically. But all the active live things, obviously, you can't do that effectively through a contract. So that's all done on a server that's monitoring what all the active rules are and being notified when rules change.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's very sophisticated tools. I feel like that's going to make trading NFTs on Wax like a different landscape than it currently is. Being able to do things like that, you know.
I hope so. That's what we're going for.
Yeah,
So.
that's wild. That's awesome.
I mean, there's collections for me that I'm trying to get rid of, like my Graffiti King stuff. That it's like, it is a hassle to just constantly. I mean, Nifty has the list 1% lower than market thing, but just having to log in and sign all those transactions to keep undercutting all the other people undercutting me is like, be nice to.
FYI, we have that too, and something that you can do on Chain Chimps that you can't do on Nifty is you can list all of your things at once in USD, and I don't think you can do that on Nifty, or at least you couldn't last time I checked.
Oh,
yeah, I think it gauges by Wax on that, but that'll definitely be nice.
It forces
there's some real utilities I want to use here for these chimp tokens. I might have to mint a second chain chimp. This chimp change is going to go to good use, it seems.
That is a really good name for it. As the writer of the group, I appreciate it.
Get some chimp change. Oh man.
The last utility is access to VIP Chain Chimps Discord chats for all chimps, ability to connect with the Chain Chimps team more frequently and conveniently, preview new features before they're released, and talk to other chimp holders, which that's pretty fun. I do think it's fun to have like access to private channels based on NFT holding. And then it also says these perks are just the beginning. We don't know every feature collection we'll be creating in the future. We're not going to promise perks we can't deliver or features we haven't started developing, but rest assured the Chain Chimps will continue to receive new benefits as Chain Chimps grows and as we release new and innovative features. So there might be more stuff coming up in the future, but nothing guaranteed. But I mean, based on the innovative stuff you put out even in the last 6 months, I think you can expect some more cool features.
Yeah, I think the data-driven approach is like you guys just really are good at getting excessive amounts of data and finding cool ways to manipulate it and create tools around it. For this Discord or the Discord role and stuff, are you going to do like beta testing on new features for like chimp holders? If you got like a new tool, would like members be able to try them out in beta or in some sort of test net?
If there is a feature that we develop that makes sense to do that with, absolutely. Since we don't know what all the new upcoming features are going to be yet, I can't like promise that to anybody. But if there's something that makes sense for, absolutely.
Kino had another question. He said, can you do a special thing where it tells you that this is a dynamic NFT and not a normal one? And I believe what he means by that is, are you able to, can you search for mutable attributes? Because mutable attributes, I guess, would be the dynamic thing where those are changing. Are you able to filter by mutable attributes and see if an NFT has a mutable attribute through the marketplace?
I mean, it's not always going to be practical to make that work. So you'll be able to set up a rule that looks at traits like the immutable or the mutable data. So at the time when it's listed, it will look at the things like the mutable data and the immutable data on the NFT on the sale and evaluate your rule based on that. If there is a long
just like in the marketplace in general, not on the auto buy.
In the marketplace in general. So we are reworking all of our filters right now in general, and the hope is that the answer to that question will be yes in the very near future. Right now, for some collections, you can search mutable data. but it's not most collections. So this is actually an interesting segue into what our collection score is and how it works, because that's why you can't do that on all collections right now. We used to work on a whitelisting system like every other marketplace, where we just take whitelist requests and add them in as it makes sense to verify collections, right? So when we used to do that, when we entered a new collection into the system, we would basically scan for all of the immutable and mutable traits and create filters based on that. We transitioned somewhere in the last couple of months to using a collection score system, which is something I'm going to have to describe probably to everybody. But when we made that transition, it no longer automatically adds the filters, because by default, we show the top 200 collections in our collections filter bar, and then you can search for a bunch of other collections that pass a certain threshold. But the unfortunate part is that when we transition to that system, it doesn't automatically create the filters anymore when we add new collections, basically. And that's something we're working really, really actively to resolve, because we know it's incredibly important as new collections pop up. So super long answer, but yes, soon you'll be able to look at the mutable attributes on every project.
So Pop and Stock had a question. I can answer the second half. It says, are there any advantages to owning more than one? For the Chain Chimps, and yes, you will get more tokens dropped for each chimp, so the tokens stack with your chimps. And then the question I don't know is, will there be more than 1,000 chimps at some point?
There will not be more than 1,000 chimps. The 1,000 chimps is the cap we're playing. Well, I'm going to close the contract within the next couple of days, so nobody needs to worry about that on what the max supply is. So yeah,
but you might launch other profile picture projects in the future that aren't like the same chimps potentially, right?
We definitely plan on adding in more projects in the future, but the thing is that we're not going to make them have like the same features or the same membership. If we release something else in the future, it's going to be different. It's not going to be this.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm the KY asks, any chance the marketplace gets an on hover views like Atomic Hub? That is super useful when browsing.
Yeah, we're working on a design for that and a lot of other things. We've been in the process of like redesigning a lot of things on the website over the last month, and we feel like we're rolling out some of the UI changes pretty fast. That one's definitely on the list of things that we're adding in the very, very, very near future.
I will say, like, a lot of the info on the on hover is available on just the thing, like the estimated value price and some of that other stuff that you're looking for when you hover over is available just on the front page. So, like, it's not as necessary, but it's definitely a nice thing to have it pop up to get a little bit more information.
For sure.
I'm curious on some of these tools, like what the UI will look like. I saw on the auto sell tool, it says like if you want to sell an item instantly, if there are active auto buy rules for an item you're selling, you'll be made aware of it. Yep. So is it like you can look in your inventory, and when you're like on this auto sell tool, there's some sort of indicator that says, oh, there's an auto buy rule out there for X value, and you can list it that way?
That's interesting. That's not actually really how I envisioned it, but that's a cool idea that we could probably definitely do. Maybe like a tab where you can see what you could potentially instantly sell your NFTs for. Yeah. What I was going for was more so when you're mass like listing things through the selling features, that it would just have like a notification on top of the NFTs, like as you select them all, that says this will be instantly bought for X amount or something like that, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think that's great.
but I actually really like the idea of having a page where it just shows you like what items you're holding that have active buy offers for them, so that you could potentially.
Yeah, I feel like there's stuff that I wouldn't know if I wanted to sell it, but then if I saw there was like a buy rule for it for a certain price, I'm like, I'd take it. I'd take it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a good point.
All right, I think I'm gonna finally mint my chimp.
Get my good little rhyme there, yeah.
I think mint number 1 still exists, so maybe you'll pick up a super sick mint.
Oh, here's a good question. is the chimp token tradable? So will this be listed on, FT marketplaces like Alcor Exchange or DeFi Box? Or
We plan on doing that. We haven't worked out the exact logistics of like liquidity pools and everything for it yet, but that is the intention. Yes.
okay.
Oh, let's go! I got.
Oh, you got a brain and mint 66. You got
Oh, yeah, that's a good mint.
one there.
Damn,
What's your
nice
score?
chimp.
61 rarity. That's my
Oh,
best.
dang, that's a sweaty score.
I also
yeah.
think it looks good aesthetically. You got the pink brain and the pink around the.
Yeah.
I like this guy. I'd hang out with this chimp. I let him fight for me, and he looks like he's in like a Mad Max, like post-apocalyptic. I'd let this guy protect me in a Mad Max type world.
Yeah, I mean the face really says it all. They're ready to throw down,
Also, mint 66.
Yeah, that is a good mint.
Did you mint one, Max? Did you want to show it off?
I haven't. Yeah, I do. Here, let me pull it up. Let's see. Share screen.
We also got a couple to give away through marble races, which we'll do in a minute here.
Chimps.
Oh yeah, you caught that I sent those to you. I don't think I actually told you that I sent you chimps to give away.
Dang, 150 rarity score. That's pretty high.
Yeah, that's over double what I got.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see results in. Oh, resets. Oh, this is the. Okay, now I got to check what I got. Let's see.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Is it like a Vader mask or something?
Oh,
You have to hit the details button. Sorry, that's a bug that we found earlier today. Is that clicking the picture takes you to the home screen, hitting the details button shows you the image.
Damn, that's wild.
oh, this guy's great. He's got like little Harry Potter glasses and like a like a Darth Vader respirator.
You got a woolly hat or a toque.
And a toque. Yeah, let's see. Big
82, not bad.
82.9. Damn.
Just crushing mine.
He's a rare guy.
Yeah,
Mask.
that kind of has like a Mad Max kind of style to it too with the mask.
Right? He's like, fuck, I'm trying to think of the Bane line.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of it. But I imagine he speaks like Bane with that British accent, like, If I could think of any of the lines, I would attempt it, but I can't.
You think darkness is your ally? I was born in it, molded by it.
He's like, I was born in it. I don't know. He's that was pretty dope. Fuck yeah, dude. I also like the blue on the blue hat. Hell yeah.
See, it's all about the stream luck. When you mint stuff on stream, you get a little bit extra RNG.
Right. I want to mint another one here.
Are you gonna mint another one right now? I can put your screen back.
Yeah. Or you want to give one away and I can mint one after?
Okay, let's do our first giveaway. Just launched marbles.
Damn, I didn't beat the giveaway rarity though.
No, you did.
Oh, is that other one winking?
Yeah. There isn't a winking one, I promise.
He's squinting. This one's 50.2. We'll give away this one first. This is the lower rarity one. I still think this looks cool though, even though it's not high rarity.
Great.
I really like the simple ones. They're not like super rare, but I really like how they turned out visually.
Yeah.
It's a very happy chimp.
What's the least rare one? Is he just like a chimp, no hat, no nothing? Just
I actually don't know what the least rare chimp is. I suspect that the naked chimps are not like the least rare. I think the least rare one probably has like a hat, some glasses, and a t-shirt on. I feel like that's the most common range.
I feel like the really plain ones would actually be so bare bones they would actually become rare or advantageous and sought after in that way.
Yeah, and the rarity score should reflect that. I'm pretty sure it gives like the naked ones a higher rarity if they actually are more rare for being naked.
Yeah, does the rarity score like take into account if you have like matching colors, like say you have like a hat or something that matches the color of their fur or things of that nature?
I mean, only if it does in fact make them rarer.
Okay.
I mean, it looks at the statistics of it all, right? So, as much as it may sound like, oh, there you go, you got a rate.
Burst of
going on.
Energies rating, just in time for. Here, I'll show it off real quick.
Cast giveaway.
Man, I now got to know how many chimps burst body. Probably got real sweaty on it and bought like 10 of them.
thanks for the raid. We're giving away a Chain Chimps. There's a Chain Chimps drop happening today. We just went over it. Burst also went over it yesterday, so if you all watch Burst, you probably learned about it. But if you watch or stream back the vid on demand afterwards, you can learn about the utility. We'll give you a chip change token, which allows you to auto buy and auto sell, like set limit orders on the Chain Chimps marketplace, which is pretty dope. But this is the first one we're giving away. Oh wait, no, that's fine. Not giving that one away. We're giving Chain Chimps 904 away in a marble race. So I will play the marble intro. It gets loud, so turn down your volume if you don't like getting blasted. If you do like getting blasted, just leave it up. But
let's get ready to rumble!
the rarity for this one's like 50, I think.
Seems to be pretty common.
Smoke weed every day.
Hey, hey.
I saw someone post in the chat they couldn't find where to buy one. I will post the link after we have execution at play stop being spammed.
Oh, here, yeah, I can do that.
I'm waiting because
Slow
it's just
down
gonna
a
get
little
buried
bit.
immediately.
It'll
if
just
you-
get buried, yeah.
Give me a hell yeah!
Oh man, the soundbar getting turned back on is getting blasted.
And then Max is gonna mint one in a second here, so start. Here we go.
What's up?
You guys silly? I'm still gonna send it.
Yeah, my
Soundboard's
Bane
actually been on the entire time. Nobody just used it until the raid.
Smoke weed every day.
chimp. Maybe I will.
For people using my site, there will soon be a little icon to purchase Chain Chimps now, similar to the link on the top of the Nifty. Shout out to Poppinstock for his awesome Funko website for tracking stuff. Okay, people are going hard. I'm gonna have to mute the soundboard if that just keeps going.
I'm pissed now.
That was excellent timing. Excellent timing.
Give me a hell yeah!
Just in case anybody, oops. That's the
I'm
drop.
pissed now.
There's only 1,000 of them. They're $35 each. And they are basically kind of like a membership.
Give me a
system.
hell yeah!
They give you
Yeah.
access to a private channel and tools that you can't use unless you have them.
I'm pissed now.
Yeah. Well, tools that you can use without the chain chimps, but they cost a
private
currency that you get airdropped for.
Exactly.
Yeah, the chain
You can still
chimp
use them
change,
without
baby.
the chain.
Anybody can use the tools as long as you got the chimp change to pay the bills.
Got the skills to pay the bills.
I'm pissed now.
Oh, here we go. He's got
So,
it.
is there any?
my
Can you give us
sister.
any like sneak
Shout
peeks on maybe what new tools down the pipe may be?
Give me a
What,
hell
like pipe
yeah!
dream tools?
Or
Yeah.
just, as new tools become or get implemented for these premium features, is there ones that are in the works that you can publicly disclose?
You guys silly? I'm
I
still gonna-
mean, off the
Muting
top of my
soundboard while he
head,
says this.
no. There's a lot of features we have planned in terms of like creation tools. We want to sort of get to parity with other marketplaces and what they offer in terms of like pack creations, in terms of crafting potentially. I don't know. I hate the term blend. I'm going for like creating a crafting approach to blending NFTs, I guess, or burning NFTs. But these are all things that we're going to offer in the coming months, I hope, if everything works out as planned. We just want to have parity first, and then we're going to look at offering. After we have parity, we're going to look at like sort of creating ideas for other new features beyond what we have right now and what we're offering with the chimps, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Success.
Max
Let's
just
see what
mentioned
I-
another one.
Oh,
Let's see what kind of chimp I got here.
you unleash the whale. He's going.
Oh
in.
hell yeah!
That one looks
dude.
awesome.
Oh,
Damn.
yeah. He looks dope as fuck. Purple with the blue
Nice.
face and the exposed brain, and he's fucking stoked. Sure.
Not a super
So
high
the-
rarity, but I think that one looks cool. I'm
I like
honestly
this one
like
too.
more a fan of the aesthetics than the rarity score. I know a lot of people like exclusively want the rarity score, but like sometimes the really high rare ones look weird and I don't like them as much as just like a simple one.
I do say I think I like this one aesthetically better than this one, even though this one's way more rare.
Oh, the colors throwing me off in the preview versus when you go into the details.
Oh yeah.
Like looks brighter.
Yeah, that's
I don't
really
know if you can
weird.
see your screen.
It might be my screen share is
That's
just weird as
Max's
fuck.
computer's
My
super
yeah,
weird
I need to
colors.
figure out what's going on with my graphics drivers or something. Something's being weird. But yeah, dope. Kind of want another one now.
Well, I strongly encourage you to buy as many as you can.
Okay, I'll
No
buy like
bias
2 more.
whatsoever.
I'll buy 2 more.
But
Let's
yeah,
see
I
what we
like
got.
the artwork a lot. So I tip of the hat to Shifty Bears.
Yeah, Mr. Bear did an amazing job with the chimps. We were blown away by how they turned out.
Dope, dude. I got a purple blue face crew now. Fuck yeah, dude. That's
Oh
dope.
man, the sunglasses are legit. I respect it.
Yeah, let me check this guy. Oh right, I gotta click on that.
Yeah,
It's a really funny bug.
Okay, here we go.
I'm the KY has a
Oh,
question.
yeah,
He said,
he's
will you be
pretty dope.
selling products in Chimp Change or only services?
only services. That is the plan right now. I don't expect it to change.
No Chain Champs hoodies.
What was the rarity score on that one? Did you check?
Oh, like
Mm.
60 something. Yeah, 60. This is 61 point something, and then this guy was 62. These guys
I
are
do like the
fucking
one-
dope.
I like the kind of like old superhero masks or like a is it like
Right.
Zorro mask?
Right. Oh, nice. And then they're pre-minted, so I'm getting like random order mints. Yeah, that's pretty dope. Fuck
I wonder if
yeah.
anyone's
Making you
pulled
wanna
number
buy another
one
one, too.
yet.
I feel like if I get 5, that's like 0.5% of all of them.
I mean, it is.
Yeah. That's like a lot. So I just convinced myself. I'll get one more.
Yeah, min number 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are all still there. So only 2 has come out of the low mint pool so far.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, what's the pool called? Is where can I snoop the pool?
Drop stock champs.
Yes.
It's what's it called?
Drop stock champs.
Drops.champs. Okay.
That guy looks dope.
This guy I like too, with the glasses and the smile and the headband. Fuck yeah.
Reminds me of a Mr. Miyagi.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, right. And then he's 50.
981 of the 1,000 were in the pool, to answer a question in chat. 19 of them have been used for giveaways.
Yeah, like the one
Oh,
we're
yeah.
giving, 2 we're giving away today were not in the pool originally.
So you can see here, I think there's like stats even on the drop page that kind of reflect that.
All right.
There's
Well, here's the pool. So if you wanted to snoop what's still open in the pool, I'm just kind of curious to see what some of the other attributes are.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Can you put that in the
let's-
private chat, Mark, so I can pull it up?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had pulled it up. My bad. Yeah, Snoop the Pool. I'm pretty stoked with my collection of characters now. Oh,
Hey, you
here,
got a
yeah.
little chimp boy band.
Right? I got like a
Take
crew
them
of
on
like
tour.
purple guys, and then like the guy at the end with the glasses smiling with the headband.
Start your own genre, chimp pop.
Right. And I
One's
get
still in there.
my chimp change on so I can use those tools. I really like that. Those are some like legit premium features, dude. I definitely want to use that.
There's the rainbow background. You can see that has like 148.
Oh damn.
Oh yeah, damn, that was dope.
Oh, this guy's
That
super
one
cool.
looks like he's going to be rare. Yeah, the gold, the double gold.
137 on that one.
There should be lab coats in here somewhere too. I haven't seen a lab coat yet. But the lab coat's the other like super rare
It
trait.
looks like they get down to the 40s too, and people are asking how low does it go. There's some 44s, so if you got one in the 50s, you're not at the bottom.
I think there might even be like a 30 somewhere. I feel like I saw a 30. That might be my imagination, but
See if we can find a lab coat. Oh, I like this guy. Colors are pleasing.
Yeah, he's pretty great.
there has to be a lab coat somewhere, unless they've all been unpicked at this
Yeah,
point.
those gold helmets are pretty rare. It looks like.
Silver helmet is also pretty cool. Oh, look at this guy. He's got Darth Vader and a silver helmet. Yeah, I like this guy as well. Simple, but just cool.
Yeah, shades and like shoulder pad.
I'm happy with the one I got that has like the open brain and the shoulder pad.
Yeah, that one's dope. I'm stoked I got an open brain one too. Those ones.
It looks
are
like the
tight.
gold just alone is getting you over 100.
Oh, so Chain Chimp number was it 363? Is that the one that's on your ad? It's got-
Probably. Yeah.
It is, yeah. So 363. That's the one.
Oh, that yeah.
Ooh,
There you go. There he is.
That's the top
That's
rarity.
149 too.
It's not quite the top rarity. I think Pop and Stock picked one up that's a little bit rarer, but
Yeah, he said he got like 150 something.
yeah.
Damn.
When we were going through them quickly, it was like the highest rarity one we found, but there are obviously, as it turns out, some that are a little bit more rare that we didn't notice initially. I swear there's lab coats. I swear
Oh, I
they
found one.
exist.
I
They're
found
in
one.
here.
663. I found it.
Which one?
663. Oh shit!
Oh,
There
there,
it
you
is.
go.
Oh,
I just
wait.
saw one. I
Passed
saw
one.
one.
663 you said?
Oh, there you
There it
go.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, 140 on that one. Those are cool
Jesus.
though. I like the lab
That's a
coat.
good one too. He's got like the lab coat and the glasses.
You said you passed another one, right? Let's see if I can.
Yeah, there was another one that you ran past there. We were really hoping that we would get like
There it is.
a lab coat plus
152.
an exposed brain, but that never actually happened.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Like
Yeah.
that'd be the ultimate collection. Would be lab coat, glasses, and exposed brain.
Yeah.
Do you
it just didn't
remember-
happen.
Do you remember any attributes that didn't make the cut?
No, I think that all the attributes actually did make the cut.
Just some of the combinations.
Yeah, there were just a lot of like really cool combinations that could have happened that never
Oh.
actually happened, unfortunately. But that's the thing about the PFP generator as well, though, is that you can like ensure that all of the traits make it on there if you choose to do that, right? So like if you want there to be only like 10 of one trait, you can set it and be like, I only want 10. And then at the same time, you can like go and set everything else to be like purely random. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of
All right.
rules to create.
So our next giveaway is going to be for number 898. I think this one's really cool. It's got like the Zorro mask. Then it also has like the headband is matching the blue around his face. So I like this one. This one's a little bit more rare than the last one we gave away. This one's 59. So good luck, everybody. We'll flip over to marbles. And also just disclaimer, we don't send prizes to people who have zero purchased in their wallet. And we also check to see if people are multi-counting. So if you're linked to other wallets in our races that are entered at the same time, you'll be disqualified. As long as you are not cheating the system and you're just playing on one account and you buy NFTs, you are good to go. But exclamation point play if you'd like to join the giveaway.
It's time!
I'm excited to see what other people cook up in the profile picture creator too, because it's like definitely a good tool for creators, and it's something I think is missing on Wax because Ether is all about the profile pictures, and I like the RNG on the mint, and I like the attributes and all that stuff, but I don't want to pay $500 per mint. So like, it's nice that you're giving the opportunity for some people to do stuff like that on Wax because we like the RNG. We're RNG junkies and all that stuff, but that's just too expensive to get into the Ether profile picture projects for me.
Yeah, and I'm going to say it again, but everything with the PFP generator is free as well, and we do the IPFS pinning for you too. So
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, so that's completely free to use. You can, to a degree. I think you have like a max of like 10,000 right now. Don't try to pin more than 10,000 generated images to our IPFS node, but
Yeah, that's quite a few.
We've been brainstorming behind the scenes for stuff for our own profile picture thing, but we're also waiting, as I said, for the animated stuff because we want the neon flicker until we're able to do like animated stuff. It's not gonna work. But it sounds like you're pretty close to doing that, so that's cool to know. We're still a ways out on like we're just brainstorming right now. We haven't even made the art yet, so we're not close to it, but we are still definitely intending on using the PFP creator to make our own profile neon avatar project.
Well, the longer you take, the more features there will be, and hopefully the easier it will be to use. So
Yeah.
take your time.
Until then, I'll just buy the ones that other people are making because I'm
For
having
them,
fun.
yeah.
doing that.
I got my Chain Chimps. Damn. Let's see.
Yeah, if anybody's interested in the utility and stuff, we went over it pretty in depth before Burst rated in. So if anybody from that stream wants to check it out, the video on demand will be up immediately after the stream. We talked about the auto buy and sell functions and the chimp change token that you'll get airdropped and stuff. So people had questions about that. It's all
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, do you have the details as far as like max supply for the chimp token, or is it just
I mean, we don't necessarily plan to have a max supply. We plan to have 1,000 chimps. They are going to generate the same amount of tokens every month or week. Again, sorry, haven't figured that out yet. And that's just what it's going to be, because it's, again, you have to look at it as, this is what we sort of said in the white paper. We don't want to create a tokenomics sort of cloud that surrounds it. It's intended to be a membership, and it's intended to be treated as a membership. So if you buy a membership and you get to place 5 rules per month, you're always going to get to place 5 rules per month with that membership. It's not going to change. There's not going to be a date where the token supply runs low, et cetera, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's how it's
Yeah.
modeled.
Yeah, it
It
has a
also
very
seems like
specific purpose and a very specific use case, and don't try to overcomplicate the main goal.
I also imagine if people are using the token, it'll be recirculated. Or I
Yeah.
don't know if you're burn it or how that works, but I imagine like people use it and then that will go into the pool to pay people back out. So as long as people are using the tools, the supply shouldn't get crazy out of Ganon. But that also depends on if people use the tools or not. If they don't,
Exactly.
checking.
And I want to reiterate that again, we don't want anybody to grab a bunch of the tokens on the hope that it goes to the moon or something like that. There's no intention that we're going to give the token added value. It's going to be used for features and items that you can basically load up on Chain Chimps. That's what it is. If people choose to trade it at some value on Alcor or something like that, we're not going to try to push the value of the project.
Basically, the only reason you should buy it on Alcor is because you want to use it immediately to create a new role or something.
Exactly.
At least that's the recommendation of the creator of the token. We sort of say the same thing for Neon, where our Neon Blend token, it's the sole purpose of the Neon Blend token is to buy more of our artwork through blends that are exclusive to the Blend token, but we don't plan on ever having our token moon. And if you don't want more of our artwork, you shouldn't be speculating on the price of the token.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Exactly. That's our philosophy towards it in general
Yeah.
too.
Shouts out on Mountain Doomy. Congrats for winning a Sweet Ape.
Yeah. One of the chimps. Is there another name for the chat room?
We haven't come up with a good name for it yet, so hopefully the next week we can come up with some cool pun or something to give it.
Right. Yeah.
If not,
Yeah,
it'll probably just be the Chimp
yeah.
Lounge or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Something generic.
Yeah.
If we don't have
All right, and we'll do one more giveaway. We got a pop artist pack from Music Mogul. It says Wax Studios' new game. The game's not out yet. All you can really do is blend right now, but I think it's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of music, and the game is supposed to be you're running a roster of artists to create songs. Then depending on how well the song does, you get paid a token. So if you want to play the game, this will give you some artists so you can start building your roster. And this will be our last giveaway of the stream.
I believe a group of chimps is commonly referred to as a troop or a congress.
Oh, Congress.
Although I've heard congress specifically with gorillas. I'm not sure if that's also applicable to chimps.
It's time!
What was the
Yeah,
first one?
Congress?
Yeah, Chimp Chumps is pretty good.
Chimp Chumps, Chimp Chat. I like them both.
Chimps. Yeah, just the alliteration is definitely
Yeah,
It's important. The alliteration is important.
yeah.
yeah,
Chimp.
Chimp Chat. Chimp Chat rolls off the tongue pretty well.
Chimp chat
Chimp
sounds
chat.
good to me too.
Chimp chat. Where am I?
It's
Chimp
kind of like
chain.
chit chat, you know.
Got my chain chimps in my chimp chat. Chimp changed. What's in
Oh,
that?
it's
We
a
need-
community.
fourth
Okay,
page.
someone
Great.
jumped on Google. Okay,
Oh,
little keyboard warrior, can you?
yeah. Step mark right here. It's a chimpanzee. Mark. That's not a monkey. That's a chimpanzee.
Make sure you
Doesn't
don't
have a-
call them monkeys. They're not monkeys, man.
Yeah,
They're
they don't have
apes.
tails. They don't have tails. It's a chimpanzee. Yeah. That's so funny. I was at a zoo once and like that was just something I overheard like this little kid say to his mom. It was the cutest thing ever, but it was like this maybe like 5 or 6 year old kid. And his mom was like, "Oh, hey, look at the monkeys." And the kid was like, "That's not a monkey, that's a chimpanzee." I love that.
The little kid knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, the little kid. The mom was all like, "Oh, look at the monkeys," and the kid's like, "Shut up, bitch." It's a chimpanzee. I mean, like less vulgar. That's just how I imagined it. It was adorable.
You're saying he wasn't He wasn't actually cussing his mother
He
out
wasn't
in real
actually
life.
cussing, but it was that energy though. From like he was like, "That's not a monkey. Like that's a chimpanzee."
Jesus
fucking
Christ,
Like, you
What's
stupid
wrong
bitch.
with you?
It's like, get your fucking ape facts straight, man. It was pretty great.
Yeah, read a fucking book, Mom.
Yeah. It's like, God, read the plaque. It's right there. Good time. Oh shit! It's coming in hot for the fucking. Oh,
Ooh, I am the
nice.
KY launching in the first.
Fuck
Congrats.
yeah, love to see it. Getting in
One
on
of our
that music.
Neon
mobile.
Admirals.
Nice. That was a good win, actually. That was a good giveaway.
Do we ever figure out how to pronounce? Is it Jaspaz? I call it Jaspaz too.
No, I still don't know how to pronounce it either, and I've had the name for like 15 years now. So
Do you like poker? We're gonna do a creators poker game here in the week or two. If you like poker,
I haven't played poker since university. I don't think. I used to like be one of those people that like used like that played Magic the Gathering and like poker to like pay my way through university, but I've sworn it off since then.
oh well, yeah, you're in good company with Magic the Gathering stuff. Max and I are big Magic fans.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think I was ever good enough to play for money. That's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, me neither. I was good enough to win like a little over 50% of the games at a Friday Night Magic tournament, which is pretty good actually. So
Yeah, no, that's like Magic Friday Magic, buying and selling Magic cards. That's how I like paid for like a large chunk
hell
of
yeah.
university.
Yeah, I learned this the hard way. Dan from Immersus is a very good poker player, and he was in our first creators poker game and won. And he didn't mention until he had won the whole thing. He's like, "Yeah, I actually like am very good at this."
it's like, yeah. I'm
I don't know if he
moonlighting for
played
it.
like semi-professionally or something, but dude knows what he's doing.
There's a lot of creators in the wax space are just like poker, like
I mean, it's how a lot of people got exposed to Bitcoin originally. Is
That's
because
true, yeah.
like online tournaments paying in crypto or Bitcoin specifically. I know that was like Richie from Ultra Rare.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Although he's also retired now, just like Jaspod.
Yeah, I asked him. He's like, "No,
Throwing it
dude,
off.
I've played enough
Throwing it
poker in my life."
Listen, when you're sitting up for like literal hours, like 12 hours a day with like 8 different screens open with different like poker games that you're playing at the same time, you just don't want to do it anymore. It's like
Yeah.
exhausting.
I feel like you're
I
going
could-
to work.
I could see that for sure. I've only ever done it with like one screen, so I never burned myself out on it. Just
I
yet.
could totally imagine you, Max, with a whole like
Just the
matrix
wall of-
setup of like 8 monitors playing online Magic games.
Oh, I could do that.
I mean, I used to do that as well when Magic Online was a thing. Like, I don't know. So, like, there's I don't know how much everybody here cares about Magic. Small tangent.
It doesn't matter. It's our stream. We're gonna talk about Magic.
Magic Arena
Magic.
is like the big thing right now, right? MTGO or Magic Online used to be the thing. So, like, with Magic Arena, you can only really like do one thing at a time. But MTGO, when you used to be able to like do drafts there, that was like when you owned the cards as well. You could like buy and sell cards on MTGO. It was like the OG NFT. You could buy
That
them.
was cool.
Yeah, that's actually what inspired half of like what we're doing with Chain Chimps. That's what really got me into the idea of like buying and selling NFTs. I was like, oh, this is like the old MTGO. But back with like MTGO, you could have like 4 or 5 screens of drafts going at a time. It was absolutely amazing. And Magic Arena took away that glory with like a good interface or something. Like, who needs a good interface when you can play 5 games at a time?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you play Arena? Like I've tried the app. I just can't get into it too much.
I play Arena. Yeah, there's a game type specifically in Arena that's like a draft where you choose like 2 different like deck styles, and it like makes you a mashup deck of those 2 styles. Since I don't have like a big enough collection to make like viable like kick-ass decks that I actually want to play, I just let it build me those decks, and I play that pretty regularly.
Yeah, this is typically the point of the stream where Max pulls out of his Magic cards and shows people. Like his Black Lotuses and all his OG.
My old school, like, bought at a garage sale in the 90s.
I mean, I have some Legends Toxic Rains just sitting on my desk right
I like
now.
to have it within arm's reach.
It's like
Hell
literally
yeah.
in front of me.
That's so great. They get yeah. Oh man, I want to play Magic again. It's so complicated. Like, you can't really like play it with someone who's not like a fan, at least at like a level where it's fun. Because like I'll play it with my husband and he's just humoring me, which is it's fun, but it's like I'm playing against myself, you know. I'm like,
It's like, oh, you should have done this. You
Yeah,
did the wrong
exactly.
thing.
All your decks are super complex. So it's like as a beginner to be like, oh yeah, here, just play this Armageddon clock. It's like it's not really super.
Yeah. It's like, here, I don't know. Yeah, that's true. I've made a pretty simple like white knights deck where it's just knights that like feed into each other, or there's like a sprites or what is it? An allies deck that's really fun, where like every creature is like an ally creature type, and then they have like all other allies get this type of effect when this guy's in play or when they attack or some shit. Those decks are really easy to use, but it's still like you have to have someone who's like interested in like trying to do strategic like moves to beat you, otherwise it's not fun. Like, and we need to play again, Mark. Like, I had to bring my deck next time I see you.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. That was a good time. I haven't played as frequently. I've been trying to get into Arena. I you know, it is kind of cool because you get the packs and you can kind of like earn cards and stuff like that.
That is fun still, yeah. I do love ripping
But
packs.
I do just like having like a big table and having like physical cards, and then as you're going through it, you kind of just I just like the feel of the physical play.
There's something to be said for being able to shuffle your own deck and hear the riffle of the cards sometimes, but there's obviously like the extreme convenience of playing online too. Like,
Yeah, if you have like really crazy token decks too, you know, like you can.
oh yeah,
I mean, there's people who have like really nice like sets of dice that can be good representations of tokens. But if you got some insane deck, it's like, oh yeah, so my 50 squirrel tokens are gonna do this, this, and this.
yeah.
It's a little bit simpler when you can just visualize on a screen.
I've definitely had I definitely have had decks on like MTGO in the past where I had 1,000 like squirrel tokens on the field at one time, and there's no way you do that IRL.
I think we're gonna wrap the stream here before we get too deep into Magic. But thanks so much for joining us, Jaspaz, and maybe we'll have you back on when closer to when the features are released, so then we can show off like how the auto buy and sell stuff works. But definitely a super cool launch. I'm super excited about the tools, and then also the PFP creator. Like, all that's going to be fun. So thanks so much for joining us. Thanks to all the viewers for watching. Our next stream will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. for our Super Blend Saturday. And I think I'm going to raid into PDAO.
Nice. a little non-financial advice here at the end. I'm seeing a little bit of like, I don't know, FUD possibly about KuCoin potentially pausing withdrawals in the near future. So I'm taking that as a sign to pull my funds out of KuCoin.
Stay
Just in
safe
case
out there.
anyone out there is also in that boat. It's not the first time I'm hearing this type of news about that platform. While I'm a big fan of it, too much of that shit is realized in the past. So stay safe.
DD is doing a toilet stream. What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm cautiously intrigued.
I'll also post a link to the Chain Chimps Discord.
I'll scout ahead. For you. Oh yeah, man, he is in his bathroom.
Yeah, just rumors, but
He's in his bathroom talking to Sasha.
yeah,
He looks
that rumor
very
mill has been
concerned.
way
I
too
can't tell if
reliable.
it's like a screen or if it's like, there's stuff going on.
All right, so here's the link to Chain Chimps Discord. If anybody wants like the most updated information, I'm sure all the announcements will be posted there. So when the tools are released and stuff. Also, if you get a Chain Chimp, that's where you'll have your private chat and stuff. So be sure to join that. And then I'll post our Discord as well. If anybody wants to come hang out. We talk about NFT stuff all day, and then also we've been playing Fall Guys a lot lately. So probably at some point today, I'll probably do some Fall Guys if anyone wants to squad up. Feel free to join our Discord and chat with us there, and wreck some noobs in Fall Guys. Or if you are a noob, I will carry you when carrying people in the Fall Guys squad. So, join for that. You got any closing sentiments, Jaspaz, before we play Buying the Dip?
I mean, just start using Chain Chimps for all of your buys and your sells, man. You can make it's so much better than everything else out there, in my humble opinion.
My objective, non-biased opinion.
But yeah, like there's other benefits to other marketplaces. You can get like 1% back on your purchases on things like Nifty blocks. You know what you can do on Chain Chimps that you can't do on Nifty blocks? You can buy and sell incredibly sick deals. Here's just my one example. A couple of days ago, I was just sitting on the deals page, no problem. I see a Grail pop up for My Little Pony, $100. I pick it up immediately. I resell it for about $200 within the next couple of hours. How many 1% cashbacks would you have to get from Nifty blocks to make that $100? Just think about it, and then use Chain Chimps instead.
Yeah,
It's a pretty damn good pitch.
that is true. And there is tools that no other marketplace even like comes close to when you're using Chain Chimps. Like there's things like there's nothing like try to snatch that NFT on drop day from the live stream and stuff. Like that's just fun market experiences.
Even if you're constantly refreshing, it shows up on Chain Chimps before it just does on FT Atomic. So like you literally have a head start.
Try to bulk sell from 2 different collections at the same time on any other marketplace. You want to bulk sell all of your Funkos at once on the same page. You can do that on Chain Chimps. You can't do it anywhere else, as far as I know.
Yeah, the fluidity of the tool is too for bulk selling. I feel like it's less. I don't know. Like I haven't tried it back and forth, but on Atomic Hub versus Nifty blocks, it's already smoother on one over the other, and I feel like the listing and the purchasing anyway always seems to go through quicker for some reason on Chain Chimps, which I don't know if that's are you using a different node or something than them, or how does that happen?
So this is, I suppose, kind of interesting if you care about the technicals of it. On Chain Chimps, you can turn off paying for CPU. So when you have a transaction go through on Nifty or Atomic Hub or any of them, they always pay for your CPU. You can turn that off on Chain Chimps and pay for your own CPU. And those transactions go through significantly faster because there isn't a third party that has to sign the no-op transaction that gets appended to paying your CPU. So if you turn that off on Chain Chimps, the transactions go through noticeably faster. Sometimes we're talking a second or 2 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Damn. That's dope. Yeah. That's something I noticed that I was just I don't know if that was just my computer or something, but it's Chain Chimps, when I do transactions on Chain Chimps, it's way faster, especially bulk transactions too, that take forever to confirm on other spots. It's just done.
Yep.
Yeah, check
There's
it
a
out.
reason for it.
Yeah. So check it out. If you trade NFTs on Wax, Chain Chimps is definitely a marketplace to keep an eye on, I think.
I got a random sound drop for Aeon Tino over there.
Oh no.
I want to smell feet.
Just drop that there, and then we'll play Buying the Dip. As always, this is not financial advice.
Now.
It is just a fun song, but yeah. Have fun at BDAO, and we'll catch you all later.
Just lost lots of money. Oh, but that's okay. I am with you, with you. Oh man, your boy Kevin just lost lots of money. Oh, but that's okay. I am with you. Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it. Oh my God, what's happening?
First of all this whining by Wall Street is making me sick. 140% of GameStop was short. GameStop was short. You can't allow Wall Street to short 75% of its stock, crush these companies into the dirt, thousands of stocks into the dirt. Then when the individual makes money, everyone's entrepreneurs. I have a kid who bought a house, paid $50,000 and bought a house. After decades of the shorts, you have to accept the fact that individual investors are playing the same game that you're playing, and now you're losing.
Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it. Oh my God, what's happening? Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, push it, push it, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it. Oh my God, what's happening?
There's a lot of power in organization online. 2 million people can get together in a subreddit. I think it's really funny that the GameStop stock is going up and just affects the market in that way. There's 20,000 people live in a Discord who are spamming rocket emojis, yelling, "Go to the moon."